A fort, a mountain range and a desert. We are walking to the end of the Great Wall right here on Drone and Phone.
Well, welcome to our final episode along the Great Wall. We've come to Jiayuguan in Gansu, a long way away, right way along to the far western edge of the wall, and we're here at the Jiayuguan Fort. Now, tell us a little bit about this brick that you found, Andy.
Well, it's fascinating. There's a little brick just there on the ledge, and apparently when the whole building was being built, the architect was asked, how many bricks is it going to take? And he said 999,999. And so they built the whole thing, and at the end there was one brick left. And so the chief guy goes, "You've wasted one brick." And the guy goes, quick as a flash, he goes, no, he said, "We're going to put it above the gates, and every soldier that comes in is going to get good luck from walking under that one brick."
And Jiayuguan means the gate of the beautiful valley being China. Now, we've got a lot to discover in this place. We've got one day to do it. Let's get going, Andy.
Let's go.
The Great Walls of China are much misunderstood, and here at Drone and Phone we're on a mission to change that. Over 8 episodes we travel from the far east of the Ming Wall to the far west, bringing you a series of hikes that reveal a little of the history and the true splendour of this wonder of the world. For this final episode in the series, we've flown from Beijing across to Gansu, landing at Jiayuguan, the home of the western terminus of the Qing Wall. Before setting off to the end of the wall, we first went on to visit the fort that sits at the narrowest section of the Hexi corridor. This was the main Silk Route going west out of China, and in the Ming period most foreign merchants from Central and West Asia would pass through the fort.
So this fort is full of traps and all sorts of things to make it almost impossible to breach the inner sanctum. This is what's called the Western Trap Court. Behind me here is a door that the soldiers would rush in, the attacking soldiers trying to get through this door, which would be blocked. Once they're in here, they would close that door and they are here stuck. And from above would rain hell down on them.
The pass has mountains both to the north and south. The wall stretches in from the north and ends several kilometres to the south of the fort.
So those mountains behind me there, that's the foothills, the Qinling Mountains, the foothills to the Himalayas, covered in snow even on this hot day here down in Jiayuguan.
The fort is well worth spending several hours at, as there are lots of information boards, a museum and reenactments going on inside the fort. Though quite gruesome in places, the ingenuity behind the defensive systems is fascinating.
So this is what I was meaning. There's 2 layers of wall to get through. And this one over here, that is the outer wall. So once you've gone through there, if you take a wrong turn and you get stuck, and you've got to try and turn around, but then they'll close the gates on you, just lob all sorts of stuff like arrows and spears and all sorts. And then the inside over here, once you can get over that wall then you enter the inner sanctum, and then you've got a chance.
Once done with the fort, we take a break and then start by heading north along the wall back towards Beijing, as there is one section we particularly want to go visit.
Well, it's afternoon, we've had a little sleep and we've decided to take a car for the afternoon. We had a lot of walking this morning, got our steps in, but this place is just too big to be able to see everything in a short period of time. So we're going to get in the car and go and see the wall in different places and learn a little bit more about the history.
Here, the wall looks very different from the previous sections we've covered in this series, and that is due in part to builders using local materials that were available at the time.
Behind me is the Ming Wall. It's very different in construction. It's rammed earth. They're using the local materials available to them, and you can see there's little bits of stick and straw sticking out down below me here. That was also used to strengthen it.
As the wall climbs out of the valley, it comes to a tower known as the Overhanging Great Wall. This is also significant for one special reason.
Well, this is 1,792 metres, the tallest point on the Great Wall.
From this vantage point you have the best view down the valley as it broadens out into a vast wilderness of nothing but sand.
Look at that. That is the Gobi Desert right up there. Gracious me, there's just nothing for hundreds and hundreds and probably thousands of miles. It's dry, it's arid, it's brutal. It's a fantastic view of nothing at all.
Well, you can see here why this gate was so important, this path as we go between the Chinlin Mountains over there and the mountains that we're standing on right now. There is this huge path that takes people through to Asia and through to Europe in the end. The Silk Road during the Han time would come right the way through here, and this point here would be the place where they could stop them, they could collect taxes, they could see what's happening, and most importantly they could stop any Mongol raiders coming from the north.
Returning to the city, and this time heading south, we leave the car to complete the last few kilometres on foot.
So there's about a 7.5 kilometre walk along this wall back to the fort. We're not going to do it all today, we just don't have time to do everything. But we have actually walked probably further than we have done on some of our other episodes today, just by looking at our step counter. It's not an easy day, but it's absolutely fascinating.
Going through one last gate to get to the end of the wall, we're confronted with an enticing option.
Well, from this gate here, we've got 2.5 kilometers to get to the end. They've offered us to pay 12 RMB, take one of these buses here, or you can pay a little bit more, take one of these fellas. But we're going to walk.
We timed our ending to be around sunset to stay out of the desert sun and also to avoid tourists, most of whom have left by sundown. It's been thrilling to get to the end of the wall, and we are not let down by the splendour of the cliff the wall falls off into the river valley at the end.
Well, that's the end of our episode and the end of our series, Andy. We have arrived at the end of the Great Wall, the far western end from Dandong. That is it over there. How has it been?
It's been absolutely epic from start to finish, from the east end all the way over to here, the highest part of the whole thing. But the tourism, all the people there, and then suddenly the isolation, it's been fantastic.
It's been an amazing trip. Now, if you want to find all of our episodes nicely catalogued, you'll find them on our YouTube channel and also on our website at droneandphone.com. For now, my name's DJ.
I'm Andy J.
And we've got one more thing to do. We've got to walk that, but this is Drone and Phone!
Well, it's been an absolutely epic trip, it really has. From Dandong on the far eastern side, all the way through to here. And this is the Gobi Desert side. The Chinlin Mountains just back there, foothills of the Himalayas. And look, there is the Gobi Desert. This is the most western part of the Great Wall of China. It's the highest part of the Great Wall of China, about 6,000 feet above sea level. But I've had pretty much 2 weeks of the most special trip. Thank you so much to DJ and also to Jack. Just had the most fantastic time hiking the Great Wall of China. What an honour, what a privilege. Utterly fantastic.